All right, people, and welcome back to the Slice. Felix Auger-Aliassime gets his first title in solid, robotic, clinical fashion against Stefanos Tsitsipas, a very tough competitor. Goes through a tough ATP 500 Rotterdam draw to claim his first title, to say piss off to the haters, and to absolutely solidify himself as a champion on the ATP Tour, and just showing that he has many more titles to come. So a lot of people doubted him. A lot of people have made fun of him for losing his first 8 finals. So we just finished doing the Canadian live stream, watching this match go down. I'm going to tell you what I saw in this match and what I've seen from Felix as the changes he's made in 2022 to play at the level we've seen him. He's got the ATP Cup, semifinals at the Australian Open, and now an ATP 500 in the bag. This kid's on fire. Welcome to the Slice. Let's get into it.
I go fair. You're coming at you from the Delray Beach Open, Miami Open, down the grounds. This is Novak and we are here with the man, Milos Raonic. Welcome to the Slice. Let's go.
All right, people, it's sweet. It's title town for Felix. We knew it was only a matter of time. People said, though, Felix is a choker. He doesn't have a winner's mentality. All this. It's like, let's get into the real world here. What are we even talking about? He's 21 years old. He's already made 9 finals. This was his 9th final on the ATP Tour. He's ranked number 9 in the world. He's made $6 million, and people are still saying he doesn't have a winning mentality. Ridiculous. And he showed today that he does have a winning mentality. All week, he played the way that he needed to play to win this title, specifically, and to get into the winner's circle in general. So, anyways, guys, I'm a little heated, as you can tell. I'm a little excited. Appreciate you guys being here. Smash the like button on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And consider joining the channel where you can get bonus perks and sending questions for me to ask pros, as I am also going to be stepping into the press conference to talk to Felix momentarily after he gets off court. But this is an instant reaction. I just watched the match with all of you guys on our live streams. If you missed that one, tough luck. Subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. But just a great match from Felix. Today was a great match from him. He won the serving battle. That was the main thing. He served a higher percentage. He returned much better. And that's basically a huge part of tennis. And that was going to be a huge part of today all day long. Stats from the ATP website: 7 aces for Felix to 1 for Tsitsipas. 0 double faults. He won 93% of his first serves. That's a huge point for Felix. And 69% of his second serve points. Conversely, Stefanos only won 33% of his second serve points. So basically, Felix served better and he returned much better. But then also in the rallies, Felix seemed to have the upper hand. He was hitting bigger today, heavier balls, and he was really using the patterns of play that makes sense against a guy like Stefanos. He was hitting a lot into his back, to Stefanos's backhand, running around his forehand, but then he would go up the line kind of in like the perfect time and would just hit clean winners. He had a lot of clean winners up the line. So he really kept Stefanos guessing, and Stefanos came out flat tonight, got broken in the first game. He didn't play his best, and Felix never let him get back in. You know, that could have easily changed. There's a couple moments in the second set where even though Stefanos got broken early, if he got a break back, that could have totally changed the momentum and gave Stefanos that energy he needed. But it didn't happen. And so, yeah, all tournament long, I watched Felix go through, beat Andy Murray, which wasn't surprising, but still, tricky match, obviously. Then he beats Cam Norrie in a tight match, 2 sets, played clinical in the tight moments in that match. Then he beat Rublev coming from behind when it looked like he was down and out at one point there. So, and then he beat Stefanos Tsitsipas fairly straightforwardly, fairly easily in the final. So the whole week he's shown such a strong mental game, not getting negative at all when he's down, not getting tight, not playing weak, playing his game, playing on the front foot, playing aggressive. And that's what he needs to do to win. And he kept that going in the final here, which we haven't seen him do in all the other finals. He talked, though. He said, look, I played a couple bad matches in the finals that I've lost, but a lot of them were just like the players were too good. That's probably half true. He hasn't won any he hadn't won any sets in the finals before this match. So he obviously didn't play his best in those finals. But now that's all changed. Now he's not going to get any questions about when you're going to win your first title. That's going to be over. That's probably going to be the question I ask him if it doesn't get asked by somebody else. It's just how stoked are you to not have to ever answer another question about when you're going to get your first title. Now it'll be like when you're going to get your first major, which is, you know, a fair question and a question a lot of players are dealing with, a la Tsitsipas, Zverev, you know, Berrettini, the likes of which. Now Felix is well up into that. So great tournament win for Felix. I like how he said before the final, he said, you know what, 8 finals might seem like a very small number at the end of my career based on how many I make. I'm like, yeah, talk your talk, Felix. Talk it. Give him a little bit of this. I don't have the clip lined up anymore somehow. But what basically I've seen, the biggest changes I've seen from Felix in 2022 compared to the year before, his serve has gotten better. He's been one of the best servers on tour already, and it seems to have more pop, and he's just hitting his spots better, and he's following it up even better. His forehand's better. So that 1-2 punch is as good as it gets on the ATP Tour, basically. And when he's doing that, it's so hard to play against him because it's a huge serve, and then his forehand, he can hit it both, go inside out or up the line so well. He plays with a lot of spin, top spin on that forehand and margin. But his mental game as well, he's got the clutch factor. It's been a lot higher this year. He has gotten tight a lot in his career. Makes sense. He's 20. It's been 18, 19, 20 on the ATP Tour, but he hasn't had that happen at all this year. Even in the 2-set loss, or when he's up 2-0 against Medvedev, the reason he lost that was not because he got tight. It's because Medvedev is, you know, arguably the best player in the world right now, brought his level up and kind of slowly dragged out that match. And it's a 5-set match. So that the serve, the forehand, and the mental game for Felix is where he's really stepped it up. And the last thing is, I think, playing at a level when he doesn't have his best level. I said this before, when he doesn't have his best game, he's still able to win matches. He's able to win at his B+ level by doing other things, by playing more conservatively, just grinding, playing defense. Whereas in the past, when he's not playing his best, he'll just lose, and it's lose to players he should not lose to. So he's set himself up for an amazing 2020 already. He's already having if you retire right now, or stop playing this year right now, he'd have an amazing 2020. So congrats to Felix, big time win. And we've got so much excitement here in the Canadian tennis game. And if you're just a fan of tennis in general, you should be congratulating Felix. He's got the monkey off his back, no longer a choker in finals. He is a champion on the ATP Tour, and that's awesome to see. So that's the slice. That's what you need to know on the final there. Tough one for Tsitsipas. He didn't come out, didn't play his best, but he's won lots of titles, and he's going to win lots more, especially with the French Open coming up. Eyeballs, keep it locked. So next up, I think is Dubai and Acapulco, and then we got Indian Wells. So potentially more Canadian live streams coming then. Thanks for your support to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and join us on Patreon or here as a member on YouTube by clicking the join button. Really appreciate your guys' support. We will see you next time.